Hi. I have like these little humps towards the center of my eyebrows. So either I brush everything out so the height of the outside matches the little hump, or I don't put anything on. I just brush the little hump down. It is Christmas Eve, and I don't know about anyone else, but it has not felt like a distinctly Christmassy season this year. And that could just be my experience, because frankly, I was focusing on work more than just experiencing things and like living and being about, as I maybe did last year, or just at different times in the year. So maybe that's why. But it has not felt very festive, and I've made my peace with that. I've made my peace with the fact that it doesn't have to feel festive, and I can still enjoy a period of rest that I've now allowed myself to have. I've decided no work this week of Christmas, or no forced work this week. I think I'm very good at like pushing myself through labor. I've decided no that if I want to stop, I stop. If I want to spend the entire day watching movies, I will. If I want to crochet without thinking about how I'm going to turn it into a pattern, I will. Just no nothing. I don't know. Maybe socializing, talking to people I love and enjoy. I just saw the dust float past. And enjoy talking to, sharing life with. I think that's what I'm going to do this week, and generally moving forward. I will say I've learned this lesson a million times, and I'll probably learn it again. I don't know if it's sunk in yet, but whenever I'm afraid of failing, the only thing I can do is fail. Whenever I'm afraid of failing, I have to fail immediately and like as hard as I possibly can. It's the only cure. And every time I do that, I get success afterwards. Like the instant I just like stop, relax, let go, everything comes afterwards. I had one of these larger moments back in November 13th. I remember the day. It was very significant for me. And I needed to fail. I needed to fail fast and immediately, because I could tell I was ending up in a position that I needed to fail like really quickly, and I needed to shut it all down. Everything needed to come to an end. And so I did. I failed immediately, brought it all to an end, gave up, assumed the worst, took a break from my relationships. I spent the night cleaning, creating a new space. On a whim, I drove out of the county, went upstate, and that morning, while I was upstate, sitting in the vehicle, taking like an hour to do my makeup, just taking my time and being slow, just because I could, I got a call regarding work about something that I'd wanted for a very long time, pretty much since I started doing this work. And they said yes, I got it. I sat in my car like in disbelief, like, you mean to tell me the instant I gave up, I got what I wanted? And it happens every time. And I somehow have yet to fully learn the lesson, because I've been working hard this month. I've been laboring a lot, and I'm tired. And I'm very much enjoying life. Like, it's been an incredible time. I loved all of my experiences. I'm just tired, that's all. Like, I'm fine, I'm just tired. Ooh, just got dark. But I have learned that lesson again and again, and here I am working. Like, relax, calm down. It'll all be fine. Worst case scenario, you don't get what you imagined. You'll still be, like, you'll be alive, like, you'll be fine. Relax, it's okay. And every time I relax and give up, I get it all anyway, so, like, I don't know why I keep doing it. It's just it's a habit. And also you learn from culture and you observe. And so even if cognitively you know this doesn't work, it's a hard habit to break when you're constantly observing it and you just get in the habit of replicating it. You're living it. But yeah, I'm relaxing this week and I'm very excited. Going to go on some adventures and nothing. I'm not making plans. It's like I'm alive, that's it. That's all I know. That's the end of the sentence. Ooh. Also, I feel like the world has gotten really kind lately. And I don't know, like, I can't figure out when this started, because I first articulated this like a week ago or a couple weeks ago, and the fact that I'm articulating it means that I've observed a series of things over time, and it finally hit me like, damn, the world's been really kind lately. I don't know when the series of events started. Like, I don't know when I first started observing things that built up to this statement, but I kind of feel like it's been happening for a while because I really can't remember a starting point. And like, I just feel like the world has gotten so kind lately. I'm not saying that as a problem, but it's just like, wow. Yeah. And I know that for a while I have felt like I've been having good experiences in the world. But I think just a couple of weeks ago was the first time it was an observation of the world and not of my experience in the world. Like, it wasn't particular to me. It wasn't, I feel like people have been kind to me lately, or like I've been having good experiences. It's just like I'm not part of the interaction. I'm observing other things, and I feel like the world has gotten very kind lately. And I love that. But it's just like, wow. It's just kind of magical. I don't know. It's kind of amazing. I'm enjoying it. So something happened the other night when I was walking in Manhattan, and it was honestly really beautiful. It was after midnight. I was on the Upper East Side, around 60th Street. Around 60th. I give you that context to say the Upper East Side can be quiet and empty during the daytime. So imagine after midnight, like, there are not a lot of, if you're someone who feels safe, who feels like safety in numbers, there are not a lot of witnesses, there are not a lot of passersby. It's you and the odd person who happens to also be there. So I was walking, and then presumably a man started walking. Okay, I was walking, and then as I crossed the street, new block, I noticed another man coming in my direction. And naturally, maybe not naturally, but in my head, I was like, okay, you're fine. Calm down. Relax until you have a reason to not be relaxed. Like, there's no reason to presume anything is wrong, but I still was just like feeling fear. There were things on the street, like garbage, whatever, recycle, but in my head, like, this sounds, I don't mean this how it sounds, but like, it's New York. I'm used to things on this, like, that's not it's not like we live in some small town where there's constantly street cleaning. Like, the money is allocated that way. There's street cleaning like once an hour, every hour. There is nothing on the road. It's a thing on the street. I'll step over it. It's not a big deal. For me, it's not a big deal. I'm capable of stepping over it, so it is what it is. So there's something on the street, on the pavement, that I was walking up to, like, piece of recycle. But in my head, I was barely even thinking about that. Like, I saw it, but barely thinking about it. I was thinking about him, like, okay, you're fine. Relax. Relax until you have a reason to not be relaxed. He's not even looking at you. You're fine. And then he started walking my direction. I was like, you can't be serious. Surely not. Like, surely not. And he walked to my side, pushed the recycle out of the way for me, and then kept walking. And I was like, oh, like, thank you. And I said it a little delayed because I was so like confused and thrown off. Like, thank you. You didn't have to, like, you didn't have to do that. I would have just stepped over it. It was so, thank you. I don't know. I'm holding back. There was something I was gonna say. Like, I say this all the time. I was gonna say, I just love it here. I really enjoy Earth. I enjoy my time here. My hair is soft again. Also, she's a little bigger. You can't really, whenever I'm like really grabby, it's because she's soft again. For a minute, she was not. I was very concerned. She's back. And it is bigger. It looks smaller on this camera than it does in person. Like, it must be something about how it wraps around my face or does not. Maybe I can show you. Hold on. I use my phone. That is so cute. Obviously, it's just showing you what this camera's showing you, but camera on camera looks nice. Like, the way it builds up contrast if you use the phone camera with the iPad camera is actually really nice. Maybe I'll insert it. I like this. I'm a fan of this. I feel like I want to try something with this. That was my stomach. Okay, but in this mirror, can you see how much more it wraps around my face? How much larger it is around my head? Ooh. Also, I filmed my first self-tapes. I filmed my first sort of self-tape the other day. And that was fun. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. Maybe I'll post outtakes from that. I don't know. I think, okay, like I said, my phone is running out of storage, but that's something I definitely want to keep. Like, the first thing I properly filmed to send in, because I did really enjoy it. It was great. It was so fun. It was very joyous. This was me a few days ago. And then this is me today. And there's nothing wrong. Like, I'm not sad. I'm barely tired. I'm not more tired today than I was that day. That's what I'll say. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. Just different states. I think I crave spaces where I'm allowed to exist in different states and vary. You can see my, sorry, I was gonna say you can see my eyes. I was like, why are my eyes moving so much? It's because I keep looking back and forth between my own eyes. It's so strange filming yourself and watching. It's as if, because I do tend to look in people's eyes when they're speaking to me, and it's as if I'm genuinely watching myself. It's as if I'm genuinely watching myself, as if I'm speaking to another person, which when I do that with other people, it's because I'm more than listening to you, I'm learning you. Like, I want to receive what it is that you're giving entirely. And if I think about that fact and the fact that I'm watching myself like this, it's as if I'm studying myself, like the way that I would study anyone else. Like the way that I want to learn anyone else and genuinely want to understand you. It's as if I'm doing that with myself, which I think is fine. I just never really thought about it. Sorry, I can't keep going back and forth. But yeah, I think with relationships and people, I crave being able to be in different states. And then if I create spaces online, I also crave being able to be in different states. In the instant I feel trapped in one state, I exit that space, even if it's a space I created. If I start to feel like I can't occupy all states, I will leave that space immediately, which makes sense. Like, you can't be somewhere you're not allowed to exist, you know what I mean? But yeah. Anyway, Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas Eve. Perhaps you celebrate Christmas Eve more than you do Christmas, which I kind of feel like I was actually building up to Christmas Eve this whole time. Like, I wasn't even really thinking about Thursday. I didn't even realize Christmas was on Thursday. Like, in my head, celebration was on Wednesday. And I didn't even necessarily think Christmas was on Wednesday. Like, I wasn't thinking celebration on Wednesday because Christmas is Wednesday. I was just thinking celebration Wednesday, or like, we're building up to Wednesday. Thursday was like non-thought in my head, which is interesting. Because I grew up in the US, and like, typically here you celebrate Christmas Day, not Christmas Eve. I guess it depends on the person. I don't really know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not really thinking about celebrating. I'm just enjoying my day and my time. That's the plan. There is no plan, but the plan is to enjoy my day and my time. That's about it. Anyway, bye. Really quickly, I just changed my nails and I went lighter this time. I've been going lighter the past couple of times. This is actually really light. Like, on my hand it looks normal and it kind of looks like my natural nails in some states, but compared to my face, I'm like, whoa, quite pale. But on my hand I love it. The color I had before this was only slightly darker, and I like these colors because they remind me of bunny rabbits. I feel like, you know, like the pink that their nose can get, or like their nails, or like the bottoms of their paws, it feels like that, or like a guinea pig. It just feels precious to me. I don't know. But yeah, Christmas Eve, and I went to do my nails, and I had a lovely morning. And now I'm going to relax, clean, jot down notes, empty my head, and do whatever it is that I want to do, because that is the point of this week and forever and life. Hi. So excited. Okay. Hi. Do the Reese. I don't know how she does it. Pull one of those. Loosen up, just she's human again. She's come back to life.